At one here, just got my Remington 700 back from getting rebarreled by Arbro's Rifles in Elma, Washington in a 6.5 by 47 Lapua. So I figured it would be a good time to show the AICS International chassis system a little bit more in detail. So the chassis right now, I've loosened up the screws right here into the side of the skins. This is the old style skins for the 1.5 chassis. The new style skins are actually 3 pieces usually, depending on whether you have the 2.0 version or the 1.5. And what we'll do is we'll pull off the cheek riser, have a couple screws. I have the quick release screws. The cheek riser is also adjustable side to side by loosening up these Allen heads and sliding it whichever way you want. This is a little bit better view of the top of that. And now with the skins loose, we'll just pull this out and we'll show what the skins look. Actually, I'll do it from the other side so I don't lose all the screws in that one. So this is what the chassis system looks like without any skins on it at all. You can see the barreled action stays in there just fine. And a little view of the butt hook area. So the skins itself, the old style 1.5 versions, we've all seen it from the outside. This is what it looks like on the inside. Everything is injection molded to mate with each other. And they're really, I mean, it's not like anything solid. It's just a good protector and separator between the metal of the aluminum of the chassis versus your hands in cold weather. The chassis system itself, we'll go ahead and undo it. I've already loosened it up, but we'll show it without the barreled action in there. The screws in the chassis themselves are actually held captive. They don't actually fall out when you loosen them up. The screws themselves actually fit right inside here. So that way when you're tightening and loosening them, they actually don't come out all the way. So you can't lose the screws in there. This little well right here is where I'm actually using a Borka Tools AICS International chassis systems bit. The new skins, I believe, don't have the slots cut here, so that way you can tighten your action. I'll have to double check that for sure, but the old style skins did, so he actually made a bit so that way it fit within the trigger guard and up in front to torque down the action screws. This is what the chassis system looks like from the top. My smith ended up milling out a little bit more for the thicker recoil lug. H&K hook for your sling. Nice V aluminum bedding block all the way down. 2.0 version would have the folder back here. And the bottom view. This is the slot for a hand stop or accessory rail. You can get an accessory Picatinny rail, sling stud. This is my Atlas bipod. Atlas just basically tightens itself up, and then to release it, push that button and it pops right out. goes back in, it locks in. You don't have to tighten it up, but it's definitely loose. Tighten the knurled knob, and it fits nice and snug on there, still has cant. Go ahead and give just a little bit closer view. Alright, that should probably give you a better idea of how the chassis system works. And we'll go ahead and put it together here again. Alright, and to put it back together again, we're just going to go ahead and take the barreled action, set it into the chassis system. I'm going to roll it up here for a second to get the screws started. Okay, once we have that there, I'm going to take my Borka Tools torque driver. These can be picked up at borkatools.com, and it's a multi-torque driver that basically has a flex handle that breaks precisely where it's supposed to be. So we're going to pick the 57 inch-pound setting. And we'll go ahead and roll it over. And I'm just going to start snugging them both up a little bit until that breaks. Double check them again. Okay, the action's torqued. So we'll go ahead and take our set of skins. Slide that on there. This is going to be tricky with all the screws sticking in there, so we'll just start feeding them. I'll just hold it right here. So again, I'm going to pull apart the torque driver here just to get the bit. And I'm just going to hand feed those in there right now. There is a torque setting on this. I don't remember what it is offhand. It's not very much. Again, you're just torquing some plastic skins to the side of the stock, so just basically get them snugged up plus a little bit. Looking forward to trying out the new set of skins from AI. Would like to get a set of the pistol grips too, just to see what those are like, to see if I like it or not. And we're just going to use the Borka wrench and just give it a little bit of snug. That's really all there is to take it apart and put it back together. Put the cheek riser back in. Set the screws. And you're off to the range or a match. Hope that helped answer some questions.